Welcome back, everybody. Our 2025-2026 Region 9 Basketball Media Day here from the Nets on Fire Complex. Of course, we're going to have basketball at a basketball complex. Check out netsonfire.org for all the details. And now joining us on set, Coach Tyler Roberts in his 8th year as head coach of the Flyers. And we've got Colin, Chaz, and Zach with us as well. We'll talk to the players in just a minute. But, Coach, you know the drill. Give us an overall preview of the Flyers. Tell us about this year's team, what you guys have been up to in the offseason, and your expectations for the guys this year.
Yeah, first off, thanks for having us. Appreciate you guys and doing this for obviously the teams and for the players. We had a great summer, being together and kind of starting to build some chemistry with each other. Having a few additions with Chaz and Asher, just them having to get in the swing of things and kind of learning all of our offense and our defensive stuff. But honestly, probably the most surprising thing is just the chemistry that they have. Really quick, the way they've been playing together and just hanging out and doing those type of things. It's been fun watching them kind of grow together that way. But I think the summer was a little probably challenging even for these guys. That was, my dad passed away, and so I wasn't as involved this summer. And shout out to my assistant coaches, Coach Howard and Coach Robinson, for stepping in, because it was a little bit different and hard at times. But these guys just came together and grinded and just pushed through it. So. I think the biggest thing right now with us is honestly just buying into defense. I've kind of always preached that, just buying into defense and then, trying to get out and run a little bit like we normally like to do.
Last year, you guys averaged 57, almost 58 a game, gave up 52. Where do you want to see those numbers? You were 12th in 4A in offense and 4th in 4A in defense.
Yeah, I mean, my opinion is if you can keep a team, 10 to 12 points a quarter, you're in good shape. And then obviously you still got to be able to score the ball. So, but I like our offensive side of the game as well. Obviously these three, they've been around and played a lot of basketball. And then adding like Ammon Ashton to the mix with Matt Coward and Asher Spence. And then Jackson Winters being just a tough, hard-nosed kid that can do his job there. And Landon Beckstrom coming in to be able to hit some threes too. So we have the depth probably more this year than I've actually had in the past, 3 or 4 years, to be honest with you.
So let's talk a little bit about this team that you're building right now, because it looks very different than the team that you had last year. And this is a question that I asked Crimson Cliffs about, but I want to ask you as well. What's the identity with all of the new look that you have here with this team?
I think the identity comes back to obviously defense. That would be kind of the number one thing. I think the first step of that is obviously buying into FlyFam, understanding that it's bigger than you. And these days it's hard because a lot of kids, it is about them. And I think these guys are realizing that if they realize that, then that's when you can become a complete team and buying into team defense instead of individual scoring and those type of things. If you can buy into those things as a team, then obviously amazing things can happen.
Love it. I got a chance to actually coach a couple of these kids, and I've seen Zach kind of from the junior high ages working out at Nets and being on some of the teams over here. But I'm curious, you guys got a chance to be on the Adidas circuit this summer, Chaz and Colin. What did you guys kind of take from that and taking into this season this year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, playing Adidas, it's a lot different than high school ball. It's a way different play style, I feel like. So just transitioning from that into, how we run high school side of things. I think it was obviously good for us to go up against that high-level competition in Adidas. It obviously me and Chaz grew as a basketball player, I feel like. But yeah, just really good for us to get out there and play against some different competition than we're used to seeing.
Colin, what's you grown any since last time we saw you? Where are you listed at right now?
Yeah. I think 6'7". So yeah.
All right. Well,
I think his vertical has grown. Was that 42 now?
Yeah. Well, I think it was 41.
41?
We'll
take that.
Your older brother never hit 31. You got something on him.
Yeah. For sure.
What are the colleges saying to you? What's the recruiting process been like through the offseason, and when will you commit? Do you know yet?
So right now I've got, a couple options. I'm talking to a few coaches. I've got one offer on the table right now. So I'm looking, hopefully get a few more. So I have, a few different variety, and then hopefully just, after the season, just figure something out. So, yeah.
Coach, what are your thoughts on his upside?
His upside, I still think, especially in the state of Utah, I don't think they know who Colin Simmons is yet. I think he's got a huge ceiling. I mean, he's going to get a lot of offers. just by playing his style. He's not really a 5 guy. He's actually like probably a 4 or 3 in college. He can put the ball on the floor, and then obviously having the vertical that he has right now, being able to finish around the rim is next level.
Let's bring in Zach for a second. Zach, how's the Coach Roberts practice been the last week? I mean, we're getting right up to almost game time tomorrow. How's things progressing? You guys getting after it quite a bit?
Oh, yeah, we're throwing in a lot of new plays. It's good to see. We're getting, obviously building chemistry with our new guys, playing against JV. Everything's been going real well. We've been getting conditioning in, which is good. We've got a good schedule coming up, so practice has been good,
I want to go ahead and go down the line to Chaz for a second as well. I would ask you about conditioning, but you've been running routes for the last 3 or 4 months. So tell me about this transition for you from football to basketball, something you haven't really experienced too much of yet.
Oh man, it was weird just playing football and like just not being able to be with the team while they're doing the fall league and stuff. But the transition has been fine, just coming back and hopping into practices. I mean, it's been fine.
Tell Coach, the fly fam mentality. I mean, I look in the region and I go, probably one of the first guys to really come up with a culture for the school and for the program. What was kind of the inspiration behind that?
I think the biggest thing is, I played at Dixie also. I met my wife there. All my kids have gone there. Mother-in-law went to Dixie. Honestly, I think there's just that kind of that deep tradition with Dixie, and knowing that, the past and how old the school is, and first school in St. George, and just bringing in that kind of family atmosphere. That was my goal as a coach. Is I still believe that it is bigger than basketball. A lot of these guys are not going to go on and play at the next level, and so us as coaches can try to impact their lives. And I think that whole Fly Fam is just Flyers and Fly Fam coming together as one, and just competing, and obviously making memories and friendships that last a lifetime.
So continuing on, let's talk about your schedule a little bit. Tell me about this first half of the schedule before we get into region play and some of the matchups you're excited to see.
Tough schedule, Coach, in the preseason.
Yeah, our schedule is really tough, but I love doing that just to see where we're at. I'm not afraid of playing 5A, 6As, but obviously our first game Thursday is against Provo, who's number 1 team in the state. Excited to play them, a great opportunity to play them. They played last night and won, so got a little bit of game film on them. And then we go to Bountiful and Green Canyon this week. And then another game we're really looking forward to is that Timpview game at Timpview, who I think is the number 1 team in the state. I think they're 1 or 2, a couple of BYU commits there. That'll be a good one. And then right into that 5A, 6A, the Sky Ridge tournament, 5A, 6A tournament there. So that just kind of kicks off that first 7 games, and it's going to be a tough road, but we're looking forward to that challenge.
I want to go back to Chaz for a second. Chaz, has it been fun going across town to a new team, and what will the emotions be like when you guys play the Thunder later in the year?
Dude, it's been so sick being a Dixie Flyer. Like I love it. I love Coach Roberts. I love these guys. And dude, I think I saw on the schedule we played Desert Hills on their senior night, and I'm excited for that game. I mean, it's circled on my calendar. So
yeah, February 4th.
Yeah.
Side question: have you been playing golf as much as your younger brother?
No, I don't have enough time. He'd kick my butt, bro.
You can't take him.
No, I can't take him. Not at all. That's like the one thing I always talk about. That's the one thing that he could beat me at. I could be stronger, faster, taller, and like he could still just kick my butt at golf.
Zach, what's your hobby when you're not playing hoops? What would be your second best sport? I'm just curious.
It's a good question. I'd probably golf for me too. I'm not that good, but I like to play golf with these guys especially.
These guys are golfing like 2 to 3 times a week together. It's awesome. We're gonna probably have to just do a scramble. We have to take a practice off and just go golfing. Right.
I'm feeling a Fly Fam fundraiser coming here. Calling out there, hitting long drives, charging people a donation. Right? Colin, you any good at it? What would your second best sport be?
Probably golf. I don't know.
Or are you gonna stay with the same? I thought maybe ping pong or pickleball. None of you say pickleball, volleyball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was thinking about playing volleyball this year.
Ooh, I bet the coach would like that. Yeah. Coach, final thoughts before we let you go. Size up the rest of the region real quick.
Yeah, I think it's the same story that I've said the last 8 years that I've been head coach. Region 9's always, my opinion, again, it's one of the, obviously the top regions in the entire state, any classification. You never know, obviously, if you're not prepared, you're going to get beat. And that credits all of our coaches in Region 9. They prepare, they know the game, and they prepare their players. And so I would say there's no nights off. and just excited, this year just for the opportunity, obviously, because there are a lot of comparable and really good teams in our region. So it's going to be a battle.
Should be fun, and we'll have a bunch of Flyer games on the Fan Sports Network this year. Coach, thanks for bringing the guys, and guys, thanks for representing the rest of the Fly fam, and we'll see you on the court.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, quick break. That's the Dixie Flyers. When we come back, we keep it rolling. Pineview Panthers stop by next.